Today I'm playing at the Lahore Gymkhana Golf and Country Club. I'm playing the back 9 which plays par 37, about 3300 yards. Today's game is just to show you guys how I maintain my single digit handicap, where I make mistakes and how I recover from those to maintain a good score at the end of the round. I hope you enjoy yourselves. This is a tricky hole and I never want to take risks where I'm not comfortable, so I was just hitting my rescue. It didn't come off right, but it would have been the right distance if it was a little more towards the center of the fairway. I unfortunately found myself right next to this tree, so I was pretty certain in my head now that the par was mostly gone, so I had to play for the bogey and make sure I don't make a double. On this third shot, I usually then think of just trying to be as close to the flag as possible to give myself a par opportunity. But more than that, always try to be on the green, so at least you secure that bogey. With this putt, it was actually a difficult line and putt. I wasn't sure where I was hitting, not sure of the speed of the green either. So I left myself this little putt for bogey. I was happy that I managed to secure the bogey at least. You'll always see me hit my 3-wood off the tee when I'm trying to play a little more conservative. This also did not turn out well like the first hole, where both holes I was trying to actually play conservative golf. Again, found myself in the trees, just trying to come out into the fairway. The par again is slightly on the back end of my mind now. I just want to secure that bogey for sure. This third shot was actually a really nice shot, probably the best one I've hit till now in the day. So I was happy with where I was, giving myself a short-ish chip to at least get near to the flag, as I said on the first hole as well. This was about 65 yards and I was hitting my 56 degrees. It went straight for the flag. Unfortunately, it wasn't the right distance. The ball came down slightly on the green as well. You see, I'm disappointed with that shot. I was hoping again that this goes in, because with these putts, at least you give yourself a chance. Again, not the right line for the putt, but made myself a bogey. This looks like a straightish par 3, but with that distance of 180 yards and the flag tucked way on the right, I did not want to take any risks and just play the center of the green. It actually went a little more left than I wanted it to. It was a great strike. But again, conservative golf keeps me in control, keeps my handicap to where it is in single digits. This putt, honestly, I was a little uncertain because it was slightly downhill, but the greens were playing slower than I thought. So the ball did not travel. I would have backed myself, generally speaking, to make 2 putts over here, but unfortunately was shorter, leaving myself this long par putt, which I will not be able to make because the lines were just not good today. This putt actually was a little longer than I wanted, and I don't think I realized in the moment that I just kind of stood and hit it. Thankfully, it went in. So that's the third bogey. So conservative golf so far, not great. Historically, I have not played these 2 next holes very, very well. So playing 3 over with these 2 holes coming up, I wasn't very confident and the driver was not great. Thankfully hit a tree and sort of came back slightly into the fairway, giving me a decent chance to get on the green. I was hitting my 7-iron for like 165-70 yard shot. It came off really well, slightly shorter than I wanted to, but at least I was on the green, again backing myself to make the 2 putts and make a par. A birdie over here would have been absolutely fantastic. It was a long putt though. Somehow I just wasn't getting the lines right at all. Like, it was all over the place. Honestly, I'm nowhere near the hole with that birdie putt. But short par putt, very, very happy with it, with the first par of the day. Onto the index 1 at Lahore Gymkhana. Very difficult hole with OB on the right and trees on the left. Just look at how narrow that fairway is. That's why I'm hitting my 3-wood. Always wouldn't back myself hitting my driver over here. I'm very realistic with my game and expectations. Find myself in the center of the fairway, thankfully. Much longer shot than I wanted though, hitting my 6-iron for about 180 yards. The wind was supporting slightly and I got a good connection. Felt so good off the face of the club, straight for the flag, and that's where it lands. Fantastic. Could not have been happier. And this is what I keep saying, that you will find those good holes for you. Just keep backing your ability. A short birdie putt, was hoping this goes in, but the lines are just horrible today. Short par, excellent. Through 5, 3 over. Short par 5, all it requires is a good driver off the tee, which unfortunately I did not manage to hit as that's fading into the trees. This is such a tricky course because there are trees everywhere, and if you find yourself there, it just suddenly becomes a bogey hole for you. Again, finding myself over here, I had this little gap. I was aiming, maybe I was being a little more adventurous than I wanted to, hitting my 4-iron. I thought it'll stay low, but unfortunately it rose slightly and hit that little tree trunk. Otherwise, it would have straight gone through and given me a chance to go 3 on. So this is where I was, again, not really with a decent shot to go 3 on. So had to go below the trees again. Was trying to cut it slightly so it came off really nicely, going a little closer to the hole, but again, you know, the par is now kind of gone in the equation, so I need to make sure I make myself that bogey. With that 4th shot, again with the trees on top, I had to be a little careful in how I hit that, so I controlled that a little too much, but I backed myself to make at least 2 shots from there because I'm at least nearer the green. Over here, the fringe and the rough honestly isn't that thick, so playing a putter off the green is also a good option. Again, that's quite a decent putt that I was hitting from quite far away with this little bogey putt, which I will make again. You know, just making sure that I make the bogeys, the score stays in check. Very doable par 5 to go 2 on, and I was hoping to get the fairway over here, and this was the best driver I could have hit today or any other day. This was long. This went at least 280 to 90 yards, kind of rolled off the surface as well, leaving me just around 190 yards to the green. I was so confident because this is what I play for. You know, you get a birdie every now and then and you maintain your handicap for that matter, but did not get the best strike off the face and straight in the hazard in the water, unfortunately. Had I gotten this birdie, really the score would have come down to maybe 3 over, and you know, it looks like a very different round suddenly. Again, just trying to get close to the hole, making sure that I don't hit it in the water again. I secure myself the bogey. You know, this conservative golf that I keep talking about, people are not very in favor of it sometimes with who I play with, but I really feel like it keeps me in control. It keeps my handicap, you know, it keeps it going down. This is actually a better line that I hit throughout the day, but leaving myself again a slightly tense putt, but I managed to make it. So even after hitting the hazard, managed to make a bogey. Again, no double bogeys. A short par 3. The wind was slightly again, so I was actually hitting my 9-iron. I was trying to control it, but it came off so nicely off the head that it slightly went further than I wanted and left as well, obviously. But I was here with a long putt. Now I did have that sense of the speed of the green. Had I been playing 18 holes, I think my score could have been much better over 18 holes than 9 holes because I was understanding the speed now of the green. So I have this short par putt, which I will be able to make and maintain the 5 over round just to keep that score in check. On to the closing hole, the 18th hole, tough one with hazard and OB both on the left actually and trees on the right with a narrow fairway. You see me hitting my 3-wood. I was trying to draw it, came out perfectly, center fairway, leaving myself maybe like a 150-yard shot. That was the idea, and I was here hitting my 9-iron just to get close to the flag, avoid the water on the left. I think I played that too cautiously, a little on the right, but I'm fairly happy with it because I can putt it from there. Did trickle down a little more than I wanted to though. Anyway, it was a toughish putt because the green was sloping downwards after hitting it slightly up. But again, I was sure of the speed of the green now, so I was confident hitting that putt, leaving myself this very short par putt. Overall, when you look at the day, I've played 5 over, which is not the best round I've played, but since I was able to save those bogeys and not make double bogeys, the score is in check. And guys, that is how you maintain a single digit handicap. That's why I'm still an 8.